That's us, Leighton. Oh, can you still hear me?
Sorry, it's a little bit off center to my phone here, Lou. Yeah,
All
I can
right.
hear you okay. Can you hear me?
Yes. Welcome back to the loft.
Well, welcome to Leighton's Loft. Thanks for joining us this week, everybody. Sorry, I'm just trying to work out. There we go. A little bit better, I guess.
Oh, Chef's here
That's a bit of
already.
distance
Chef's here early.
today, Lou. Excellent. So appreciate everyone tuning in and joining Leighton's Loft. You can find us every Wednesday at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on Facebook and, of course, on Vintage Breaks YouTube channel. Today, Lou, we have a cool giveaway for those of you who haven't tuned in recently. We have a new style. We're giving away one prize a week. We do it at the end of the show and just at the beginning of our Vintage Breaks stream, which you can find on YouTube at youtube.com/Vintage Breaks. We're going to give away one prize through a trivia question. Today, Lou, we're going to give away a second-year Johnny Bench All-Star.
Look at that young
It's a
Johnny
very
Bench.
nice card.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this is a nice card.
Love it.
So someone's going to walk away with that for free. What's up, Rocco? Thanks for joining us.
We get graded in 8OC today.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on my phone. I flip it the other way, and for some reason or another, it's not cooperating. And so I just have to do it like this. It's very funky.
All right.
But we'll make do. What's up, Jim? So we'll be giving away that Johnny Bench just at the end of the show, at the beginning of our Vintage Breaks stream. So be sure to check that out. And speaking of Vintage Breaks, we just announced our next big event is going to be ending on October 17th, Sunday at 10 p.m. We're giving away thousands of dollars in prizes, including a 1953 Topps Mickey Mantle PSA 2.5.
Wow.
A 1965 Topps baseball complete set with a graded Mickey Mantle PSA 6. Thousands of dollars in break credit. We even threw an Ohtani pink refractor rookie and a PSA 10. More Mickey Mantle cards, a bunch of unopened, and lots more. All those details will be available soon at event.vintagebreaks.com. And for now, you can check it all out on our homepage at vintagebreaks.com. What's up, Chef? Oh, nice. Enjoy the game tonight. Baseball is starting to heat up in terms of the playoffs. The Yankees are now on a losing streak. But all I can hear, and I'm sure you're knee deep in this, Lou, all I can hear when I turn on podcasts, whether it be card or other, it's like everyone's got an opinion on the NFL season.
Oh, yeah.
So I figured early on, Lou, just because I feel like you're much more well-informed about this than me, let's, go about who's going to be our AFC and NFC representatives in the Super Bowl, and who do you think is going to win this year's 2022 Super Bowl in the NFL?
I wish I had a hot take. I really wish I had a hot take, but the two clear favorites to me are the Chiefs and the Buccaneers. And, it's Tom. If Tom gets to the Super Bowl, he's going to win the Super Bowl. It's just the way it is. So I wish I had a hot take. I wish I could help somebody out, but these two teams just look too good. The Chiefs just went out and their offensive line got decimated. That's why one of the reasons they lost the Super Bowl last time around. What did they do? They just rebuilt that thing, and it's better than it was before. Their offensive line is awesome.
I agree. So let's take a different angle and say if we're going to go not chalk, and we're not going to take the Chiefs, and we're not going to take the Bucs, what two other teams do we think from the AFC and the NFC? And folks, for you at home that are watching, we'd love to see in the chat who are your teams besides the Chiefs, besides the Bucs, that you think are going to be there this year.
All right. Should I give mine now, or should we wait see what everyone has to say?
Well, let's give it a second to. There we go. Let's give it a second, but I'll start, Lou. I'm safe in saying that it's not going to be the Jets.
No.
Oh yeah, see, look at Chris Coe. I like his. It's funny. You're saying the Bears. I've seen some craziness out there. People picking the Bears at the very least to make the playoffs. They believe in Fields, just like I believe in Zach, and you have to if you drink. If you're drinking that team's Kool-Aid, you want to believe, right?
It's the Cowboys. I don't know if the Cowboys are going to win either, but
Yeah, I don't know either. So hot take from the AFC, but once again, I'm not so sure how hot this take is. You could talk about two teams, the Bills being one,
yep.
but I don't know that that's really like off the beaten path. I was not going to say the Chargers. I was actually going to say the Ravens, but that was pre J.K. Dobbins getting hurt.
Yep.
And so, listen, every NFL team these days has more than just one running back. But I do think that Lamar Jackson could catch lightning in a bottle, could get hot. Um, and I do think that, they could pull it out and potentially get there. Who's your hot take from the AFC East, Lou?
The Ravens have always got to be a consideration because they're a very well coached team. They've got an interesting offense, and Lamar Jackson can run. He can pull a team along on his back for a short period of time. Now, when that period of time happens, whether it's late and postseason, that's the big question. I mean, he could go out and win 9 off the start of the season, and then it kind of breaks down a little bit. Seems like once they get felt from the Ravens, they start to catch up to them a little bit. My hot take is the Bills. That was the first team that came to mind for me, and I know it's it's not even a hot take at this point. They're one of the best teams in the AFC, but they could very easily put together. They've got that weather behind them. I kind of like cold weather teams when it comes down to playoff and championship season, especially if they can get a home game in there as well. And boy, the Chiefs and the Bills would be a great championship game. Would be an excellent championship game.
It would be. Now, going out west, before we start talking about, the other division in football, the other conference in football, I think, especially, I know we have some Bills fans in the house, specifically Brian and Michael, who we met at the National, and we had a great time hanging out. And they just out of the blue sent a care package to the office, which was certainly not necessary, but more than appreciated, and very thoughtful of them. Basically saying, hey, we really appreciated meeting you guys. Thanks for making us feel at home. And they had a blast at the National, and like I said, not necessary, but thoroughly appreciated. And I'm hoping to have them on a future episode of the Loft, maybe together, separate. I'm not sure if they could pull it off, but it'd be fun to talk about kind of their road trip and their journey from the National, and then also going home, because I haven't heard from them since. But when we got that care package, I knew they were okay.
Chris says we need a VB Madden online tournament. We could broadcast that live. That wouldn't be a problem. We could do that.
Oh, that would be really hot. So speaking of this, I have a number of things on my list here. I didn't talk to the team yet, which is usually when they get upset, but I thought this would be fun. And Lou, I know you'd have interest. I'd like to put together, we still have enough time, I'd like to put together a Vintage Breaks fantasy football league.
Ooh.
Where some of folks playing are going to be employees, some are going to be customers, some are going to be, management, if you will. Some can be cousins, youngins, whatever the case is.
Yep.
But what I'd like to do is, we can, instead of playing for money, if we could play for cards. So, everyone does the honor system, making it up. Let's say the buy-in's $100. It's $100 per team. And by the way, you can have partners. You put in $100 of cards. It could be $100 of graded. It could be $100 of jersey cards. It could be $100 of blaster boxes, packs, whatever the case is. But that's kind of what I'm thinking. $150, something like that. I want to make it where everyone can participate. But I thought it would be really fun, way to interact. I know that I'm likely not going to win, as I just don't know enough. But the sun shines on a dog's ass even some days. So I'm hoping that by playing for cards, there's like a little bit more of, let's say, if emotion evolved, because maybe I take out a T206 and I put it in there, and Chris Coe takes out like a special autograph he's going to give away, but he's going to give away a Namath. And I'm like, you know what? Now all of a sudden I give a shit. And of course there's pride. And let's just say that Vintage Breaks will sponsor the league. And what I mean is, this would be the first formal league that we would do like this. And so I'd be willing to buy the trophy, meaning have Vintage Breaks pay for it. Because to me, Lou, winning the cards is great.
Yep.
If you don't have a trophy that you can show off on social media and to your friends, really, what do you got?
You got nothing. Well, you got the.
So let me know if you're in. If you're in, let me know if you're in for that, Lou.
Oh, I'm in. Yeah, definitely. We got to get moving though.
All right, great.
Only have a week.
So I'm thinking 12 to 16 teams. What I'd like you to do is email me, throw out my email, Lou. Email me direct. So this way I don't have the team telling me they can't do it or I'm throwing too much at them. Email me direct, Leighton@justcollect.com, and I will talk to the team, see if we can pull this off. I know Robert, if you're listening, is going to be my go-to guy for this, as he's a fantasy guru in our office. So is my friend Jason from OTIA, so I'll ask him. What's up, Nick? But I
We
think it'd
just
be a really
switched.
fun way to both I'm sorry?
Oh, we just switched on my house league. We just switched to the Sleeper app, which is an online phone app. It worked out really well. It would work really great for
Oh.
this league. So the winner takes all $1,200 or $1,600 in cards, or Super Bowl splits it up, or how are you going to go about that?
Well, I think we could discuss, but we'll keep things simple, right?
Yeah.
First place is going to get majority. Second place gets something, right? And then I do think, because I think this is fun, there's always sometimes like someone who gets really hot with points, but they don't win. I do like awarding something for someone who wins the points title.
Okay.
But once again, it could be $150 in cards. It could be 100 or 200. I don't think that, especially if you're going to take on partners, I think we can all afford a couple $100 in cards. And what's nice is everyone will be on the honor system. So I think it's kind of cool. Like, it's literally kind of like winning a grab bag. In other words, I've seen
Right.
folks where everyone brings a Zion PSA 10 to the table. To me, that's boring. I'd like to know kind of like what I might win from Chris Coe's collection, which, by the way, I've now planned on winning the league. I've decided I'm going to have everything else crash and burn around me, but I'm going to devote everything I have, Lou, to this league, depending on what people put up. And I think that's kind of fun as far as an angle goes in terms of a league.
Well, you got to get Darren Ravel as a partner or something, or get him into the league. That would be fun.
Yeah, I'll talk with Darren. My guess is he's probably in 11 leagues, but I'll certainly ask. He just bought a very interesting piece and shared it with me the other day. We'll have to have him on the loft soon enough. It's fascinating fella, always at the forefront of anything sports and business related. But anyway, getting back to center, folks, please drop me a line, Leighton, Leighton, at justcollect.com if you're interested, because we're going to have to act fast. It seems like there's a number of people already interested, and I'm sure from our community, Lou, yourself, me, and then our employees, I feel like anyone else, if we had to fill up, I could definitely get like a friend or two outside of the circle. But I want to give everyone first chance to get in. I think it'd be kind of fun. So hopefully you folks reach out, ASAP, so we can get this thing moving. I wanted to
Dom,
just
and
come back to the NFL.
Thanks for chipping in, Dom. I don't know if I've seen your name before. Welcome. If I've missed it, I'm sorry. He says hockey cards. Are we doing all football cards, or baseball cards are certainly part of it, I would imagine?
Oh, right? I think it's just gonna be cards. I'll spell out the rules when it comes down to it.
Yep.
Meaning like, hey, just because you're in I don't know, Garbage Pail Kids, not everyone else necessarily will be.
Yeah.
But I do think that if we keep it to, let's say, at least 3 of the sports, we'll probably include hockey, but I don't want everyone to, let's say, get rid of hockey cards they don't want, and then no one's going to be happy about winning stuff. Right. I think part of the fun is kind of like, hey, what's the grab bag of stuff that's going to come together for this? And then, like I said, there's the pride of, hey, like I won the first ever Vintage Breaks, league, and my name's on the trophy. Because you could bet your ass I want my name on the trophy for that.
That's right.
So I think that'll be fun, Lou.
All right, excellent.
Excellent.
Jeff, I don't know what that means, but okay.
So I wanted to take another minute to have an announcement about the Philly show. Check it out, phillyshow.com. It's going to be taking place at the end of September 24th through 26th. We will be breaking all weekend. You can come and meet the staff. You can certainly trade with us. You can ask my opinion on a card, whether it be graded or raw. Daniel Lynch often comes down there, and some of our other Break-A-Maniacs as well. So if you're within, the vicinity, it's effectively right next to the King of Prussia Mall. So I believe this time J5's girlfriend Jade is coming down. My wife Julie's coming down. Last time Monty came down, with his wife. So there's fun for all to be had. If you can make it down, even for just an evening, my suggestion is come down towards the end of the show with like an hour and a half-ish left. And then we go directly right from there to the craps table. Kudos to Sam. He's the one who's developed this plan. Because what happens often, Lou, is we all get together and like, you know what? I got to go back to the room to go to the bathroom, right? Someone else wants to go take a shower.
Yeah.
But like by the time we get everyone together for dinner, it's like 2.5 hours later.
Right.
I want to throw some dice right after the show. Like I'm looking for the action.
Yep.
So, and it's also not that busy right after the convention ends.
Oh, really? That's surprising.
Well, meaning like Friday is 8, so it's definitely busier.
Yeah.
But Saturday, I think it ends at 5 or 6. So it's like it's dinner time,
Oh,
Lou.
yeah.
People are not, it's not the same crowd at 8 or 9. No way.
Yep.
So if you can, please stop by and join us. It's going to be a great time. Once again, phillyshow.com, September 24th through 26th. So we got a bunch of other stuff to cover. I got 7 minutes before J5 barges onto the show, whether we like it or not. So I want to take a special moment to thank Chris Coe, in particular, for helping us with our last graded hit random. And I purposely waited until it sold out and waited until we revealed the winners. And I believe we've now shipped both mental cards as well as I believe everything else in the 250 card random. So when I first started talking to Chris Coe about this, and I talk to Chris Coe often, even if it's just through text, hey, Chris, I'm thinking about building something special for the National. And I had the 52 Topps Mantle. And when he brought up that he had a 1951 Bowman Mickey Mantle for sale, I said, interesting, because there's certainly not many hit randoms, Lou, meaning certainly there's no set created where you can get a 51 Bowman Mantle and a 52 Topps Mantle.
Right.
So when we put it together, it wasn't necessarily about price. It was about doing something that was just cool and maybe not done before. So with Chris's help, we worked out a deal where he got very fair market, if you will, price for his 1951 Bowman Mickey Mantle PSA 4.5. Vintage Breaks got favorable terms, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
And because of that, we paired that 1951 Bowman Mickey Mantle from Chris Coe with our 52 Topps Mickey Mantle. And those were the two headlines of our last big $475 graded hit random that recently sold out, and then we also broke.
Nice.
And so special shout out to Chris for helping, me behind the scenes and having that little cherry on top, just a little one, right, with that mantle.
Yeah.
But all kidding aside, Chris was not involved in that break. I did ask him to not buy into breaks. He does buy into breaks, with vintage breaks, but I like to be as transparent as I possibly can.
Sure.
Not just with our team at Vintage Breaks, but also with our community. And so the reason I'm bringing this up is, one, I wanted to have a big thank you to Chris for helping me put it together. It was received extremely well, sold out pretty quickly considering the amount of dollars the break took to sell out. But more importantly, I wanted to let everyone know in the community, Lou, that I'm willing to do this with you. So even if you're an avid fan, buyer, watcher of vintage breaks, if you have a special card, a Joe DiMaggio rookie, a Wilt Chamberlain rookie, whatever the case may be, and you thought about selling it, but you can't pull the trigger, you don't really want to put it on eBay, you don't want to go to auction because you're not sure of what the final sales price is going to be. Well, this was a great reason for Chris and I doing business, Lou, because what happened is I was able to take away all of that for Chris, meaning we agreed on a price. He knew the terms. He knew when he would get paid, so on and so forth. And so for Chris, he was, let's say, willing to wait a little bit longer, i.e. till the break sold out, to be paid. I think we gave him a deposit, and then we paid in full after the break was sold out.
Great.
The reason being, Lou, is because it didn't exactly. It was a win-win for everyone. And what I loved about it was Chris got the price he wanted in the time frame that he wanted, and was very happy. We got a great card to pair up, and I jokingly say it was a cherry on top, but it was much more than that, of course. It got people buzzing in that Instagram, Facebook community when we were putting dollars behind that break to advertise it, because even though it's kind of like Kramer with the levels, like, Leighton, I could have done that. Like when Kramer says, I could build the levels, but I'm not going to. Well, no, I know you can build the levels, Kramer, but you didn't. Right. So the point is that we built it. We, of course, didn't know if it would sell out, how long it would take. And so, like I said, special thank you and shout out to Chris Coe for allowing us to reach what was an equitable deal for both sides. And more importantly, kind of like what I did with Jim Ector at the National, and he traded thousands of dollars in graded cards for a big spot or a $5,000 graded hit random. I just wanted to let everyone know I don't have any steadfast rule. As long as it's fair and I can make it work. If I can't make it work, I will not be shy to say I can't do this because. But but you'll never know unless you ask. So please drop me a line. Easiest way is to email me, leighton@justcollective.com. For those who follow me on social media, Facebook, text, whatever the case is, love to hear from you. Eddie, I'm trying to help him upgrade his 56 set. He kind of has first dibs on the cards that come back from that recent, we're calling it that big things come in small batches collection. And so point is, whether it be you see something on my end that we bought from a blog or a collection we've shown off here live on Trading Card Therapy or Leighton's Loft, or it's something on the website that might be a little bit out of reach, out of budget, or you know what, you've been thinking about getting rid of these doubles at the perfect time. What do you think? We'd love to talk and do quote unquote a trade, a deal, a hybrid, whatever the case is. Please reach out. It's a lot of fun dealing with the community, Lou.
Yeah, having some of those breaks where you've got some high profile cards that you can market and it generates some excitement and people get in. Plus, that's a great way to sell a card because you're going to get the money on a definite date and you guys worked out a great deal. And so you don't have to worry about it bombing in an auction or you don't have to worry about it languishing on eBay for weeks and weeks at a time. You have a definitive time when you're going to get the money for the card. Works for everybody.
Yep, and I remember Chris asking, which is a great question, literally like very early in the process. Well, late, like when we agree on a price, is that price going to change? I don't know why I was asking. Yeah, I don't want to, wake up every day and check the Mickey Mantle market and, hey, Chris, it's down today. Sorry, bud, but you're going to be out about $12,000, or $1,200 because the market's shifted. We didn't want that. We just wanted a quick and easy transaction that was fair and equitable for both sides, and we were able to do that. So if I can help anyone in the community out there, please don't hesitate. Reach out to me direct. LEIGHTON@JustCollect.com. So switching gears, Lou, this is unbelievable timing. 5 o'clock on the dot, stand-up double for me. J5, are you there? Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready to reveal this collection that came in. Lou has been very patient because this doesn't happen often. This doesn't happen often, but I don't know what's in this box except there's 50s baseball cards. So I'm going to be as surprised as you guys.
Well, I mean, I'm obviously hoping for a 52 mantle. I don't know if I'm going to be big here, but is there any chance there's a 52 mantle or a 51 ball mantle?
No, I think they would have told me that. I think they would have told me that. So the story is...
All right. Well, I mean, I like to ask.
Of course. We had a lovely couple. They reached out to us, I think, maybe late last year or early this year, about their collection.
No, I'm sorry. I have to about the story. I'm sorry, Jay. I have to. You're such a swell guy. What makes them lovely?
Well, I'm gonna connect that together, as you can see. Here's what makes them lovely. Because one, they were they were very easy to work with. They're very nice on the phone. They didn't have any attitude or aggressiveness. They were just curious to see how much his cards were worth. His wife was the tech savvy person, so me and her got along really well via email or text, just to make sure that the cards got here safely. Of course, we offer our FedEx account because they had a high-end collection. Leighton, I think, remembers his collection. It included 48 Leaf baseball cards and football cards. So we bought the collection. It was great. Maybe a month or two later, she reached out to me and said that her husband's nephew had T206 cards. I told her, sure. Yeah, I told her, great, that's great. She's like, are you guys interested? We'll get the cards from him. He did not live in the same state as them, so he had to ship the cards to them and then from them to us. So it was, I think, a little bit over 50 plus T206 cards maybe. Leighton saw them, we evaluated, we made a strong offer. The gentleman unfortunately thought that he could make more selling on his own. No worries. We got to see the collection. We helped him out. Here is what I laugh, because this lovely couple took that they took his answer like, no, I'm good. I know I can make more this way. Blah blah blah. They got offended. They actually stood up for us, saying these guys are great. They're offering you strong numbers. Why are you thinking? What are you doing? And then they came back to me and told me, John, I'm so sorry about my nephew. He's crazy, doesn't know what he's talking about. If we ever find another collection, I'll make sure that if it goes out to you guys, it's done. It's not being returned back or nothing like that. I said, sure, that's great. I appreciate it. I'm glad that you reached out to us in regards to this. No worries. I didn't think we were going to find anything else. Lo and behold, late last week, they reached back out to me. They told me they have a friend that has 50s cards collection. It's a big collection. They have half of it organized, and they went to see if we were interested. I said, sure. What years are they from? They're all 1950s.
It's just so lovely.
That's it. That's all they told me. I didn't have to ask anymore. I was like, don't worry. Here's our FedEx account because I trust you guys. You guys have been so nice to us. Just bring on over. So today it arrived right before the storm hit us, or else it would have been delayed, and we wouldn't be here right now. So without further ado, I'm going to take off my headset because I have to. It's a medium-sized box. So bear with me. Hold on.
All right, so Leighton, the thing that intrigued me about this was J5 was telling me neither of you know what's in the box, and I'm going, how does this thing get purchased without anyone knowing what's in the box? So
yeah,
you said you lay out the story.
All right.
Yeah, no, you did a good job. I mean, I gotta tell you, that's a pretty big box.
Yes, it is. Pretty heavy too.
I don't know if it's all 50 cards.
We'll find that together.
That's all 50s cards. That's a lot. Yeah.
Oh, I love this reveal. This is great.
This is kind of fun when it's like this, Lou, especially when it's like a big box. So he
like
doesn't really
Christmas.
know. I mean, yeah.
All right.
Trash
It's a
bag.
hefty trash bag. All right.
Yeah, trying to keep the moisture
Today's
out.
sponsor of the show, check out Hefty, the Cinch Bag.
2 garbage bags. Nice. I like it. Extra protection. Oh, they're all binders.
Never have too much protection.
They're all in binders, late.
Great. Well, that's a little bit better than just loose.
Yes, I
tell
was
you.
afraid. I wasn't sure how it was going to come in, so let's grab one binder. Alright. We're going to just, not take too much time. But there are 5 binders total, guys.
See, now are you sorry you're home, Leighton? You're not even looking at these?
I'm a little disappointed, but I did tell J5 I thought this would make for good TV, or YouTube TV, if you will. And it does, because you have my attention.
Yeah.
Well, lucky for us, the
Well,
binders,
you've got skin in the game. Yeah.
the binders are labeled.
Oh.
59 tops we're going to start off with. All right, Lou, let's switch over.
Great.
All right. See, I'm going to show you guys
They
right
look
there.
bright and shiny.
Yeah, that's good. That's good, J5.
Wow.
So does it look like a set? And do the cards look nice? I can't tell.
It looks like it's in numerical order. I don't think it's a complete set.
Yeah.
It does skip some,
Okay.
but these are
The
very.
59 Mantle is early on in the set. 59 Mantle's number 10, I think. Is Mantle there?
Number 10.
I can't see
It skips manual. It goes to 11. 9, 11. It skips 10.
All right, but they could be in a different part of the box. And,
This is
how
true.
do cards look? Are they nice?
They look average and higher.
Okay.
All right.
Is that early A's?
Yeah, that's a maze. Warren Spawn.
So take out that sheet. Take out that sheet, J5, and show it close to the camera so that Papa Bear can see the condition.
Okay.
Hey, how you doing, Willie?
That is dead
Now
not
I can
center.
tell you, J5, look a nice 59 maze.
Very nice.
Yeah,
Card 50.
this is fun.
Warren Spawn. All
I
right.
like-
Let's look for some other big names real quick. See if I find a mantle. That's what we're really hoping
Go to the
for.
high number section. Go to the high number section and see if there's any all-stars in handful.
Okay. Clemente.
Ooh,
It looks like there's hundreds of 59s.
look at that.
Oh, there we go.
Wow.
So what I like is, J5, even though there's no mantle, we've already found Clemente, we've already found Mays. So, Lou, what we find often is people will contact us. Oh, I have a mixture of 50s cards. But, you know, my family sold all the really good stars years ago.
Yeah.
So we like it when, of course, they still have all the stars with them. And clearly this collection does that great, J5.
This, it's, you know, again, we're learning together what's in here. But I'm not going to take too much time.
Is there a Bob Gibson rookie? Did you check?
I am looking. I found an Ed Matthews, Larry Doby.
Bob Gibson's a higher number card.
Yeah.
I don't remember the number, but...
We are at 400s. We're in the 400s.
You do not
well,
know Bob Gibson's number.
What are the years? What are the years from the 50s?
Orlando Cepeda. Yeah, I think we're done with this binder. we'll find more goodies, I'm sure.
Okay.
Let's go to the next binder.
Nice. Well, yeah, what other years, J5?
Yep, let me get to that. We got 1955 Bowman. 56 tops.
Nice. 56 tops. That's juicy.
61 tops.
56 tops is my vote.
Uh-oh. 53 tops.
53 tops. Sorry, 53 tops is next. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, I thought you jumped early. Yeah.
Okay, let's take a look. Oh, love to see a Jackie right off the top.
Oh, we already got
Oh.
right there. Very nice.
There's a Jackie.
Savage. This is just so lovely.
What else we got here?
J-Bob, you know if we get this collection, this is going to be known as a lovely collection.
The lovely collection. And you know, this is not going back. They made me their promise is not being shipped back. So I'm trusting.
Well, I haven't written a check unless you've taken an emergency check and you've written for an undisclosed amount and for considerations to be made in the future, because I haven't written a check yet.
Monty Irvin. Okay.
Looking to catch up the comments here. I've been paying attention to the cards. I haven't been paying attention to the comments.
Let's see what else we got.
Yeah, I can't see the comments because of my StreamYard.
Okay, looking for... Okay,
that's true. You're right, Daniel. Usually that's pretty luck.
Don DiMaggio. Okay. Come on. Oh, Satchel Paige.
Satch. Beautiful.
There's
How's the condition on the 53s look, Dave?
You know, a little bit less than average. You could tell they're being handled.
So a little bit less than the 59s, right?
Yes, definitely. Okay, Junior Gilliam. Or Gilliam.
Hey, Kevin, I was thinking the same thing, whether it's going to be another Geraldo, but...
Okay, that's it for the 53 times. We got 54 Bowman.
Mic.
54 Bowmans.
That's great. Hopefully there's a Teddy or a Mantle. 65 and 66.
Come on.
Come on, lovely.
Daniel and Chris were trying to help us out with the number for the Gibson card.
It was 514.
Yeah, it was 514, yeah.
Just so lovely. That's crazy, Lou. When I'm starting to memorize hard numbers, man, I got too much out of my head.
I know. It amazes me you pulled that number.
Well, that's great, J5.
Yeah, no Mantle, but we'll take the Jackie. All right, 56 tops, yes?
Was there 52?
Yes, we'll do it. I don't think there's a 52 binder, but 56, I think Mantles 135.
All right, we got a... Hold on, let me just take it up.
Love those cards.
We got Teddy.
There we go, Teddy Ball Game.
Teddy.
For joining us.
Got card 1 and 2.
Yeah.
I've been reading about Teddy Ball Game and his stats and the time he missed. It's just fascinating.
All right, Warren Spawn. We got... Oh, yes.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Yes, love to see Jackie.
There we
again.
go. Jackie Robinson.
What's the number on that? Is Daniel got it? He said it was
great.
30. What's the number?
Card 30 for Jackie.
Attaboy,
Yeah.
Daniel.
Okay.
Did you have that one, Leighton?
Okay, we got a Campy. Okay. Minnie Minoso. Phil Rizzuto and Matthews. Yay. Oh, yeah.
I see an A's.
Oh, yeah. Wait. Oh, yeah.
Oh, there's a Mickey.
Willie Mays and Mantle. Same
that
page.
looks pretty well centered, man. Wow.
There's
Fine,
Mickey.
correct me if I'm wrong. That man looks nice.
Yes,
Look
it
at that.
does.
Beautiful.
That man looks like dead nuts.
Mantle, Mays.
And the lovely collection continues to impress. It's just so lovely.
Duke, Snyder as well on
That's
that page.
great.
That's gonna stick.
Harmon Killebrew, second year.
Just made my day, Lou.
What else we got here? Clemente,
By the way,
Koufax.
folks, as you're going through this, I don't think you understand. We thought the collection could have been just loose. Like,
Yep,
he
right.
didn't know.
Yep.
Got a Luis Aparicio rookie card.
Nice.
Okay. I am looking for Clemente or Koufax.
Both second years.
I'm looking for those two guys.
J5, these could be like mirror sets, man.
I think so. Oh, what are you doing here?
Oh, it's a 48 Bowman.
48 Bowman.
Uh-oh.
What?
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 What? Are you kidding me? This is fantastic.
There's
Is
Yogi.
it complete? Yogi Berra rookie. Thanks for stopping by, Yogi.
Oh, look at that.
Look at that.
This is great. Bob Bella rookie, no back damage that I can see.
Not done yet.
Is there Stan the Man? This is fantastic. Look at you, savage. Warren Spahn rookie.
There you go. Warren Spawn. These look great.
This is actually really fun for me to do from home today, Lou.
Nice work from home. Very nice.
I'm like an audience member.
Looking
Yeah,
for
I'm like an audience member.
Red Shading, Stan Musial. Where are you guys? Oh my goodness. What is this? What is this page?
What?
2 Warren Spawn
What?
rookies.
Oh, these are the extras?
There's
2
Stan the
Warren
Man.
Spahn rookies, Stan Musial.
Oh, another Stan.
Wait, 2 Stan the Man? Oh, this is insane, Jake.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
This is nuts.
Great.
They didn't mention
That is
40s. They did not mention 40s. I like how they snuck up on that.
I know, it just snuck right in
You
there.
probably didn't ask.
Yep.
You
Oh, as an
probably
extra.
didn't ask.
As an
It's
extra,
Eddie. He
another
likes
Stan the
50.
Man
Another
rookie.
musical rookie?
Stan the Man there.
Boy.
So lovely.
All right, we got a couple of 51 Bowmans. Come on.
You're telling me that they would have told you about a Mickey, but you don't know, J5. You don't know that.
No Mickey, no Maze. No Mickey,
Don't
no
tell
Maze.
me.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Oh,
I didn't think so. I didn't think so. Okay, let me check out one more
That
binder.
was
I
insane.
don't want to take up too much time. How about 55 Bowman?
Please, take your time. This is lovely.
Yeah,
55
whatever else is in there, too. Yeah.
Wait, 55 Bowman? What are 52 Topps cards doing here?
Is that 52 May?
What is this?
Oh, God.
Welcome to the building, Willie Mays.
What is going
This is
on in
crazy,
this
Jake.
collection?
You didn't think there was any 52s? Are you nuts?
Wow.
Next to my phone, like, what's wrong with you, lady? You don't know what's going on in your business? What?
What?
Holy schnoogans.
If I find a Mantle, I'm flipping. I'm out of here.
I'm gonna, yeah. This might be the last episode. We dropped the mic if there's a Mickey.
Andy says he's going to pass out.
This is crazy.
Okay. No 52.
Oh, no.
All right.
All right. Let's
Andy, take that thing around your neck and press the button. We'll come and pick you up off the floor, bud.
see. Okay, 55 Bowman. We got Shadings. We got Campy. Natty Fox.
What a collection. J5, you're an animal.
What else we got? Looking for Mantle. Okay, we got Ed Matthews. Okay. Looking for the big guys. Where are the big guys? Okay, Newcomb. Come on. I mean, I'm already happy, so this is just icing on the cake.
Oh, God, yeah.
Are you
so-
kidding me? I'm thrilled.
Okay. Oh, there's okay.
And this is why. What do we got? Yes, Willie Mays. Welcome.
Mays. We got Willie Mays. Looking for a Mantle. I was so greedy. Why do I want more Mantles? Okay. All right. No mantle.
That was crazy. Like, 58 Bowman just showed up, and there's a 52 maze.
There's a 52
I mean,
Bowman.
a 52 maze in low grade is worth a few thousand still.
52 Bowmans in the back.
Oh, come on, Mickey.
52 Bowmans.
Or maze. We'll take a maze.
Okay, these have been really handled. These are in the lower end. Oh, hello.
Oh, God.
With the last page of the 52s.
Wow, there's a Willie.
There's a Willie maze.
A collection of Willies. A great collection of Willies in this set.
Wow.
Yeah.
The back is clean.
It's a lovely collection of Willies.
The back is clean. And
These
for
are nice J5. You did great. Are those 53 Bowman black and whites?
Yep, 53 Bowman's black and white. Just one page. We
And
got
color?
a couple more 53 Bowman colors.
Unbelievable.
Red shadings.
You know what? These folks are lovely.
And that's it. That was it. That was the 55 Bowman folder.
Wow.
Okay.
Good luck with that, Brandon. I hope you get it.
Just last one. It says 61 tops.
Thanks, Monty.
There's Monty's latest blog post right there.
He's taking notes. Roger Maris.
Yeah. No, Monty eats this stuff right up. He's like me in a candy store, you know?
We got Roger Maris, Brooks Robinson. Okay, Nellie Fox. Okay, these definitely look. Wow. Oh my God, Leighton, these look. Whew.
Everyone's
in night
very
shape?
happy. We've made everybody's night tonight. It's been
These
great.
look like packed fresh.
Oh, don't say that to me. I'll have to drive down today.
My
Pack
goodness.
fresh is like the bat signal, Lou. And the only word to add on top of that is vintage pack fresh.
Like, let me.
If you said that back signal like anywhere, I could be doing anything, and I'll know. Oh my God.
Look at the Harmon Kilder.
Wow.
Yeah, that's nice. Really sharp.
Cart 80.
Wow.
Yeah, these look like out of the pack.
I was going to say pack fresh. That's what it implies. They just took them out of the pack and put them in these sleeves, right?
Yeah. I mean, some of them have.
Yeah, or
minor
they
handling.
took care of them right away and eventually put them into.
You could tell. Okay, so this person was definitely trying to collect the set. As you can see, he was checking off.
Checking them off, yeah.
Yeah, how cool is that? I love to see that. Like a use checklist. Yeah. Right.
Second series, is that Mantle? No, right? No.
Mantle, I think, is number 300 on 61, but
So third series.
I'm not sure.
Third series. Okay.
Probably third series.
So 300. We have some 300s. Okay.
Uh-oh.
I hit something good over here. There is Sandy Koufax.
Nice. Sandy Koufax.
There is Ernie Banks.
And Ernie Banks.
Oh, wow.
On the same page. What number was Mantle in 61? 350?
I think 300.
300.
How do you have that stuff? That's amazing.
Not
I
sure,
can
buddy.
see with the Mantles, I guess.
Sorry, Leigh, I couldn't hear you. What card number?
I
300.
think 300.
You mean this one?
Oh,
Oh, wow. I love it. He finishes with a 61 Mickey. Let's see how it looks
There it
on
is.
centering. A little off centered still, though. That's great color.
Look at those rosy
These look
cheeks.
really nice, the 61s.
Nice.
That's awesome, J5.
Mantle.
Great job.
Thank you. I mean, I'm sure that we're gonna pay strong for this, but I'm definitely calling this the lovely collection. This is very lovely.
Oh, yeah.
Clemente.
There you go. That looks like a center card, J5.
There is Clemente. Yeah, I'm definitely
Wow.
excited about this.
Collection.
who has this kind of fun?
Great.
for? I mean, really, who has this kind of fun?
We
I
got
agree, Lou. This is work.
we got Juan Marichal. We
Oh,
got Yogi
Marichal
Berra,
rookie.
Al Kaline, the Duke. We got Orlando Cepeda, Luis Aparicio. Here is the checklist. 6 series has been checked off. He's missing 2 cards. 3, 4. Okay, he was missing a couple cards. Looks like these are some extras coming in. Oh, we got the MVPs. We got a Hank Aaron.
MVPs.
Hank Aaron MVP right there. I'm trying to see if there's any extra mantles. I mean, who would have wanted that?
Yeah, probably a page with.
Shout out to Monty, who's going to turn this amazing collection into a amazing blog post.
There you go, guys. That was the 61 Topps blind game. I mean, I don't know what else to say. Shocked.
That's much better than I thought it was going to be. J5, like much better.
Man, I was hoping it was good because if it would have been like a bunch of comments in lower end condition, well, you know.
Yeah. No, there's some juice in there. There's no doubt about it.
Oh man. All right.
Yeah, there's a lot of juice in there. It's great.
Well, I hope everybody enjoyed that reveal. I know we did. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Those 48s are like buried treasure. I was not expecting the 48 Bowmans. That came out of nowhere. And all those multiple Spawn rookies, Musial rookies.
That's insane. I can't wait to find out the story about the collection.
Yes, I will find out. I'll talk to the lovely couple, and they'll let me know exactly where it came from, who's the friend. And they're the ones negotiating this. I'm not even talking to the owner of the collection. I'm talking to them.
Who are these people that they have all these connections to all these people with baseball card collections?
All that matters is that they like us.
I wish I knew all these. Yeah, I wish.
Yeah, as long as they like us and they trust us, that's all that matters. They said that this won't be the first or last, apparently. So
continue the great work.
Yeah, it was awesome. I hope you guys enjoyed that reveal.
I'm sure Monty will put a story up on the blog at some point, Eddie.
Yeah, he does a great job with that. Thanks, Monty.
Rocco, I did not see any All-Stars. It kind of got up to the MVP numbers, and then it just stopped there. So I didn't see any Mantle All-Star. Yeah, so Layton's going to take a look probably tomorrow? Late?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
So tell me about the process.
Yeah, I'll look tomorrow when I'm in the office. Yeah.
Do you inventory the cards and then try to establish a value for each card? Or what's the process from this point?
For me or Layton?
Great question, Lou. So at this point, I'll take over. G5 has done a tremendous job. Some might even say a lovely job getting in the collection. And from there, Lou, we prepare a formal evaluation. And so we'll go through each of the binders and we'll let them know what we think the best cards are. We certainly do not go through and value each and every card. We explain to folks through our evaluation. At some point, we have something called like the balance of. And so, for example, for 1948 Bowmans, we're going to itemize the Stan Musial rookies. We'll itemize the Warren Spahn rookies. We're going to itemize the Yogi Berra rookies. But when it comes down to just the commons, I'm making it up. If there's 12 commons or less, and they range from BG to X, that's what we'll say. And then what we do is we have a list of all the actual items, and then on the left-hand column, we apply a value to each of them based on the condition. Mm-hmm. So what's nice is someone's not just getting my collection's worth X, you're willing to pay Y, and I'll either sell it or I won't. Right. Hey, you know what? I'm really attached to that Yogi Berra, and oftentimes when people are attached to something, you hear that, you're like, oh my God, my whole deal's going to get derailed. Even though, of course, I want to buy the Yogi Berra, the 4 Stan Musial, all that good stuff. When you deal with us in the way that we are, the way we share with you the information, Lou, let's just say dinner that night, you're home with the family. We can't sell the Yogi Berras, or we can't sell the collection. No problem. We deduct the Yogi Berras from the spreadsheet. We show you how it shifts the actual gross value. We show you how it shifts our offer. And if you don't want to sell the Yogi Berras, no sweat. But we'll report all that information to whether it be an individual, the family, whoever are the people involved in the process. We'll explain it to them over the phone, and then we'll follow up with an email so they can kind of see that in black and white, whether it be on the computer, they print it out. They then ask us any questions. Sometimes they accept right away. Sometimes they deny right away. Sometimes they say, will you pay a little bit more? And of course, everything in between. There's actually been a few people that said, will you throw in a lunch date with J5? And I just say, hey, I mean, you just deal with him direct. If he's willing to do it, I'm in. But that's in a nutshell how we handle those kinds of collections.
Yeah. Very nice. It's gonna
great job, J5.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
All right, we'll see you later, J5.
All right.
All right, well, that was exciting.
So I know we only have a minute or two. Yeah, it's very exciting, Lou. I don't know if you've had a chance yet, folks. If you have not, you can find us on Apple, on Spotify. Trading Card Therapy just had its third episode yesterday. It will drop on Friday morning. You can follow us on Instagram, all one word, Trading Card Therapy. And right now, if you like and follow our accounts on Instagram, you'll have a chance to win a really nice 1965 Topps baseball nickel wax pack wrapper. You can see a photo of the actual wrapper that you will win. The only way to have a chance to win that is if you follow us, Trading Card Therapy on Instagram. And if you also like to watch the visual portion of it as well, you can do so, of course, on our YouTube channel at youtube.com/justcollect.
Now everyone's just blown away. We've just stunned everybody this afternoon.
That was a wild run, Lou. I really didn't know when it was going to stop. It was very enjoyable for me, and I hope the audience felt that way as well. From the comments I see coming in, it seems like everyone thoroughly enjoyed it, and so I'm glad for that. It was great, really fun episode today.
And while you go and head for Card Talk Therapy and subscribe to that on all the podcast outlets, do it for Leighton's Loft as well. We've got audio-only versions of the show up on those podcast channels as well, so give us a subscription as well.
Great. And folks, I know we had lots to talk about today on our show. Yesterday, with Trading Card Therapy only being 30 minutes, we ran out of time. You're going to want to tune in next week. One of the topics we're going to take a deeper dive into is vintage versus modern, all the noise going on with the numbered parallels, how to make sense of all, what's the difference between a second year and a 6th-year Clemente, and everything in between. You are not going to want to miss next week's show, 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time, Tuesday afternoon. Join us for Trading Card Therapy. And, of course, back next week for Leighton's Loft with me, Lou, J5, and the rest of the gang here at Vintage Breaks and Just Collect. Thanks for joining us today.
We'll see y'all next week.